Hello, this is Running Robert. Today I'm going to be talking about the Xeris Pharmaceuticals XERS licensing deal with Amgen Summary. Today is the 11th of January, 2024. Yesterday we got the news that they picked up the option for their drug and they're continuing their licensing deal. So we're going to be looking at the bullish and the bearish parts of that. So I generally follow small cap pharma. I do games. I do a little bit of everything. So if you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe. It helps out a lot. And thank you. Disclaimer is I do own shares. I picked them up around $1, so I am very happy with this news. I'm an amateur investor, and any advice given should be followed up by your own due diligence, and any information given is valid for today, the 11th of January, and the slideshow will not be updated. As we get new news, there'll be new slideshows. So what happened? So Xeris and Amgen signed an exclusive license deal for the drug Tepezza, and this was originally a Horizon product. Amgen bought the company. The agreement can lead up to $75 million in developmental and regulatory milestones and single-digit royalties for sales. So just as an example, a 5% royalty, if they sold $100 million, would be $5 million. Pretty easy math, and it could be very lucrative. They did not say what the single-digit royalty would be, so we are unfortunately left to kind of assume that, but I just use 5% as a good middle-of-the-road marker. So in the impact, so in the short term, the deal is very minor, as we're going to go over the timeline in the next couple of slides to kind of show you why. I don't expect the shares to rocket to 5 or 10 on this news, but we should have a solid shelf afterwards. Obviously, we're going to go up with the news earlier this week. We're going to go up. So again, we're just kind of establishing a very solid base. However, even though the deal is small, this is going to help solidify the Xeris technology, which is great because it also opens up the company to more deals in the future, as they're currently doing something very similar for Regeneron right now. So the timeline. So really, we'll be using the Mankind United deal as a template, since United had a drug which they converted to be used in the Mankind device. That's kind of what we're going to be using as a map or a guide going forward. So the deal was started around 2018, and the NDA was submitted in 2020 with the CRL in 2021 and full approval in 2024. So 3 to 4 years in development before coming to market. 2018 to 2020. We're not going to worry about like specific months and stuff like that, but we're just going to say 3 to 4 years. I think that's a pretty safe timeline to go with. So what happens now? So one, the company will have to run a safety trial. This will be generally very small. You pretty much run the trial with your patients to make sure that they can safely take the Xeris technology. And then the companies will run a comparability trial to ensure patients could go between the different formulations. So this can look a lot different, but most likely what they're going to be doing is making sure they can switch on the formulation they have now and the one that Xeris is going to be providing. So, and then making sure that everything looks good. The safety trial is very short. The comparability trial is a little bit longer, but we'll go from there. The NDA would be submitted after the data, and approval would occur 10 months after that, unless they use some kind of they use something to speed it up, which I don't think they will. So starting in 2024, we could see product approval in 2027 if there are no issues. So a total of $75 million in milestones would be given probably, and this is speculation, probably for the beginning and end of each trial, submission to the FDA, and approval. So it's probably 4 milestone payments is my thought, but we will see because we did not get that information. So in conclusion, so I would expect the deal to play around $25 million over the next 3 to 4 years. If it's 4 years, it's going to be $18.75 million, just to throw that out there. But either way, it's pretty good. For a company who's close to breaking even or cash flow positive at the moment, it definitely adds that extra insurance in, which is super nice. And again, I don't expect a huge gain on the news today, but as we get closer to the approval date, I expect the share price to go up, though it is going to be 3 years away. This is something that is just going to be sitting on the back burner. We don't have to do much for it. We're not going to go have to worry about paying for it or anything like that, and we're going to get a good payout at the end. So overall, I think it's very positive. I don't really see a huge amount of bearish parts of this, other than if the trials don't pass, but that's something that we will deal with if we have to get there. So thank you very much for watching and listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.